Welcome to this week's Short Clip Friday podcast. Each Friday, I'll be posting segments from previous podcasts, and the point here is just to bring you some of the highest yield topics from each podcast in order to kind of reinforce those topics. This clip is extra short. I think it's about 3 minutes long, more of like an audio flashcards podcast. But I'm going over the different primary germ cell layers. There's three: the mesoderm, ectoderm, and the endoderm. Enjoy. The next thing that's important to know are the different germ layers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the three germ layers and then talk about the different organs or different parts of the body that are developed from each of those layers. So first of all, let's define a germ layer for you. So a germ layer is a primary layer of cells that forms during embryonic development, again in the gastrulation phase. And there are three types of germ layers that you should know, right? And I mentioned these briefly. Is the mesoderm, the ectoderm, and the endoderm. And so let's start with the mesoderm. So the mesoderm consists of essentially the muscles and circulatory system, and specifically mainly consists of the circulatory system, muscles, and the excretory system. And you can kind of think of this as mesoderm, muscle. That's kind of how I think of it. Anyways, the mesoderm contains the blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, spleen, gonads, kidneys, muscles, connective tissue, circulatory system, and excretory system. The ectoderm, on the other hand, contains things that make you attractive. So what makes people attractive? And this is kind of how I remember it. So first of all, your brain makes you attractive, and let's hope that that's the case for most people, at least if you're not shallow. So neurons are developed from the ectoderm germ layer. Skin is developed from the ectoderm germ layer, right? Because skin's pretty, people find that attractive. And then lastly, hair, teeth, and eyes are all things that people find attractive and are also derived from the ectoderm. So again, that's neurons, skin, hair, eyes, teeth. And last but not least is the endoderm. And when I hear endoderm or see endoderm, I like to think of inner layer or lining. So you hear endo, think inside. And that's because the digestive tract and the lungs are both derived from this endoderm germ layer. And in addition to the digestive tract and lungs, you have the parathyroid, the thyroid, the pancreas, the liver, and the thymus. And so, put these on note cards, whatever you have to do to memorize them, write them down a bunch, whatever, but they are important to know.